in the sweatshirt.
That's all Vols, baby.
Kentucky's a little banged up.
yeah.
But they did score 107 points last time, so they need to be banged up.
Guess what? Guess what, though, Jay? Who cares about them being banged up?
No one does.
Tell them again, little mama.
Oh my God, yo, woof.
You know what I mean? Woof. You know what I mean? Kind of like a little dog with the roof. Woof.
Oh my God, yo, woof.
I like that. I like that right there, man. Shout out to all the kids, man.
Yeah.
All the kids is out there in school, man. Teachers, turn your radio up, man. I got something to say to the kids, man. Guidance counselors, principals. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds, man, to put me on the PA system. So.
Yeah, man.
See, that's my boy. That's my boy right there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up? What's up, schools all across Tennessee and all across America and all across the world, if you're listening. Listen, this big slate coming through on the PA system. Today is the day that we spank a kitty cat. I'm not telling you to do this, kids. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm telling you to love animals. But when it comes to this rivalry right here, we don't care nothing about them. So all you kids, listen to your teachers, listen to your guidance counselors, listen to your lunch ladies. Give them love. The janitors that you see walking down the hallway, give them a high five. Everybody that's in the school system, show them some love. And just know, if it's any Kentucky fans in your school, you tell them Kentucky. That's what you tell them. And I said Big Slate said that's okay. So teachers, y'all give them a pass.
If we could do the suck it thing in school, they can say Kentucky.
Come on now. It's only right, man.
They
now,
tried to outlaw that
yeah,
in my
man.
school, though.
Did they?
Yeah.
Straight up?
You couldn't DX it.
Oh, it was getting wild.
You couldn't DX jumping off beaches like benches.
Yeah, see, y'all went a little wild, Savage.
We were wild. You want to do it 3 times?
Hey, boy, walk past the hall. You walking down the hall, walk past the classroom, the door open, you hit them with, Hey, man.
I just remember wearing an Austin 316 shirt and having teachers. I don't think you can wear that.
Yeah.
I think I can. I'm wearing it right now.
They took the shirts away, too.
See?
Yeah.
It was foolery.
Yeah.
Tom, Jonathan, foolery. Jonathan Foolery.
Hey, man.
John Foolery.
John Foolery.
John Foolery.
We used to be lawless with them shirts on.
Man.
Can't open a can of whoop you know what.
See, we didn't even know, yo.
We was all over them graphic shirts.
Yeah.
But the DX in the hallway, though.
Yeah, everybody.
That was real. That was real. We used to do it at what's the name at pep rallies and stuff. Instead of doing this, we'll be joined arms with everybody walking around.
Rocking back.
About 6 of us. Anybody get caught in the middle, you in trouble. You can't run. Yeah,
You
man.
animals, man.
Just saying, man. Have fun, man. That's what it's about.
It's game tonight. UT's basketball account. Drop the pressure, say be there or be square.
And we ain't squares.
No, bet not be a square.
Feel me?
8 o'clock Central. Tip off, right?
Yes, sir. It's going down, baby. It's time to get some get back, and after that debacle that happened in, you know what, I ain't even gonna say it's the debacle because, man, Tennessee shot the ball really well in that
50
game.
50+%,
Yeah,
like
both
55, I think. 57.
Without question. Yeah. Shot the ball really well.
And Kentucky shot it 74.
They just went off.
God.
They went off.
Dog.
But I don't think I think coming out of that, you were able to use that as a teaching, as a training tape for the guys and make them understand that the attention to detail was different. Like I came on the show and talked to y'all about it.
Mm-hmm.
When you looked at it, it was so much going on when you scored a basket.
Right.
Thinking that, we just neutralized them. But they pushing it back down the floor.
They were.
And you lollygagging, trotting, coming back, pointing to your man, and you creating matchups for them. A running team, to be a part of a running team, the way you run is if you can catch the defense, not all 5, but just one person with his back to you.
For real.
And you attack it down their back. That's what was happening against Tennessee. Guys were making shots and going back and then trying to get to half court and turn and find a person.
Yeah.
Man, you got to be on a dead sprint. Then find it,
To get them in a set.
Come on, man. And then whoever it is that's guarding the wings have to be able to deny that. So your guards, there's so much to go into it.
Come on, man. We got time.
After shooting the ball, it's about balance. So you got to have 2 guys back in an ideal world. 2 guys going to the boards, and then you got a guy shooting.
Yeah.
Some situations, you just got to have one guy going to the board, depending on the time and score of game, and everybody else just got to get back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can stop it. They wasn't doing that. They had the two guys going to the boards, and the guys that were getting back were closing up on the ball, coming up to stop the ball, while the other guys are retreating. So a pass up the floor down the sideline is creating an advantage, at least a 2-on-2 or a 2-on-1. And then you got Sheboy, who's, I said then, man, he the SEC player of the year to me.
For real?
Yeah, he SEC player. Ain't no, like, a dude putting up numbers like that, man, you cannot stop. Like, you telling him face box him on. When he goes in, face box him, meaning do not, when the ball goes up, do not take your eyes off of him and box out face to face.
What?
Yeah, you got to, and that still ain't enough.
God, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a different dynamic when that guy's going in there and he's doing that every single time, man. So that's automatically taking up the two guys that's supposed to go rebound for you.
Yep.
That's taking them out of the game because they got to focus on him. That's when you get the Ty Washingtons and guys like that making plays. So
Ty lottery pick too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
He's one of them
with
that's
these injuries.
not 100%.
Yeah, you got to see when. And I would try to play him. I see what he looked like in the warm-ups, but I wouldn't push it for this. Kentucky, y'all got some bigger things.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, whether they're probably a 2 seed.
Yeah, you know
right
what I mean.
now in the
And
tournament.
can fight for a 1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's better for them. But I do think that Tennessee, attention to detail is totally different going into this game, and you saw it as far as not getting punked.
Yeah.
You know, that stopped in the Vanderbilt game. After the LSU game, got punked. Then Kentucky. Vanderbilt game, it turned around when they had the opportunity to fold. They didn't fold. Then you played LSU again, got the revenge game. So it's just all coming full circle, really. You know what I mean, to see what's going on. And then you got guys that's playing better. You got Josiah playing better in the overall game. You got Powell, who's not shooting the ball well on the road, but doing good at home, making plays. Victor Bailey Jr. is not just being looked upon as a shooter.
Right.
He's able to go out there and get offensive rebounds like we saw. That was a good turnaround for him in the Texas game. And he fed off that. Now, the minutes are still scarce, but he's starting to, get it going a little bit. Huntley Hatfield, up and down freshman woes, but Zakai Ziegler, everything you looking for.
Let me ask you about him. This guy, he's going to be a building block guy for UT.
Yeah.
The trajectory of his career is what, though? Because I think he's going to be ever solid because he's got if you can put his heart, his drive, his hustle into 3 other players, you got a real good team.
Yeah, you do.
What's for him, 4 years and overseas, or is he the type to get into the show and say, hey,
man,
he need a shot?
The
association, I mean.
Yeah, I never want to damper dreams or anything like that. But if I were just going projection like you asked, 4 years and yes, overseas, can make a lot of money overseas. With that motor like that, being able to run the team, being able to score when you ask to score, and picking up 94 feet, that ain't easy to do. And still be able to score on offense. You know what I'm saying? So that's big time for him. Getting in the NBA is about being able to have a niche.
Okay.
What do you do really well? And homing in on that, and it can't be scoring.
Because everybody got
anything outside of that. Like when we were talking this weekend about Miles, what he's doing, rebound. Like you never have to worry about getting put off the floor or a sub coming in for you if you're a rebounder.
For real.
Because everybody don't want to do that.
Right.
If you go out there and get 15 rebounds, dude, you can play 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But scoring, dude, they got 10 guys in the league that's going to be able to do that on every team.
So be a Corey Brewer defensively.
There you go. Now you cool. Lock in on that. Trent Hauser was a scorer.
Right.
When he got to the league, he had to shift. He was on the team with Sprewell, Cassell, KG, Terrell Hudson, I believe was not, like he had scores like, yeah, you can score, but do you want to go average 9 or you want to have a 12-year NBA career and play some defense?
Right.
It's up to you. You can play for 2 or 3 years and then go on overseas if you want to.
And I think the only reason I asked you that though too is because you got 2 freshman guards came in at the same time.
Yeah.
Zakai can get a little bit more press and pub than what Kennedy Chandler gets. Yeah. But there's a separating the 2 skill sets for one and the other, right?
Yeah, one called potential, and the other one's called just gonna be a 4-year player.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Kennedy, like what his measurements is just different than Zakai. He out there with the gator arms, and Kennedy out there with a 6'7" wingspan.
Dang.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like Kennedy get a steal, and he gonna go up and come off one leg and go dunk it. Zakai gonna get a steal and take off and go do a layup.
He better beat you with his
You feel what
natural
I'm saying?
talent.
That's just part of it. And the difference in that is, and I hate to point to this, but my man Jordan Bone.
Okay.
Jordan Bone measurements are off the meter. Like, it is what it is. But it got to be able to translate to the game.
Okay.
Like, how many times do you remember Jordan Bone dunking? Yeah. He went to the combine and broke Derrick Rose's record for the vertical jump.
Yeah, that's right.
You feel what I'm saying? So
where was it?
It was whatever it was. I think it was like 47 or something.
No, I'm talking about the production of that.
That's what I'm saying. So why couldn't you see that in the game? Like,
his timing was wrong because I hated that he left because I felt like he needed more time.
Yeah.
But he left because he knew what was leaving with him.
Yeah,
it's like he knew
too.
he was coming back and no Grant and no Admiral. And it was going to be a step back.
Yep.
It was going to be tougher, and he didn't see potentially still being seen the same way a year later.
Yep, and he had the mindset of this is my opinion, he had the mindset of a run the team point guard, but he had the assets of a take over the game at any time you want to type of player.
Oh,
but he just wouldn't do it. Like, he went to the lane. I remember the SEC tournament. He went to the lane. They were playing Kentucky. This was in St. Louis. He went up and he was this high above the rim and he laid it in.
Yeah.
All you got to do is turn it over.
Okay.
Just turn it over one time. And that's the difference where the scouts jump up like, whoa.
Can we talk about family ties then?
Yeah.
Rodney Carney at Memphis.
There you go.
Not really a shooter.
No.
Not really an athlete.
I know. No, of all of us, he was the one that could take off, okay?
And that's it.
So for Rodney, not a lottery pick, but 15, 16?
Yeah.
Because of that point you made right there. You better use what you got.
You have to.
And I say that on the football world, that's one thing I hated about guys that were weight room warriors.
Yeah.
Dude benching 545 6 times.
Yeah.
Squatting 600 on his back, power cleaning 310. When we go to the game,
get on the field, can't move a thing.
why the hell you getting pushed around like this?
Well, dude, that's the old Ryback.
God.
Here's a WWE reference. That's the Ryback. That's called show muscles in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's like, are you working out to look a certain way, or are you working out, or are you country strong? Like,
no.
Like, see, Braun Strowman.
Yep.
Braun Strowman's there lifting logs and all this other kind of stuff. He was what was called country strong.
that's
cock
different.
strong.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
just totally different.
Yeah.
And then there's Ryback, who looked like $1 million, but he's sitting there shaking, trying to press slam people. It's just like, so what?
Something ain't right.
What's going on here?
Yeah, that's a problem, man. That's a problem when you can't use it and you can't make it have an impact for you.
Yeah,
we used to have to Jay's point. Every big game, especially ESPN games, we would have some. So if the game was at 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern, we would have to. You got to be there at 7:30. Big Rod would say, "Hey man, anybody want TV arms? Come at 7:10." The whole team will be in there hitting them curls. You know what I mean? And we call them TV arms. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna be blown up. Now you're gonna miss the first couple shots, but you're gonna look good. Yeah, you're gonna look good. So, man, that's the thing, man. This is you gotta have the impact. And to your point, though, Zakai is having the impact, and it's moons above whatever you thought it could be. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Dude is big time, man. I'm gonna be real. Like he's coming into his own, and it's perfect timing for him. Yeah, perfect time, and it takes a lot of pressure off Kennedy when you can have another guy in the backcourt where you can play off the ball like Santi. Now Santi really ain't never got to touch the ball. He can just run down the court and just run off screens.
And he got
know what I'm saying?
Speed, boy. Yeah. He's actually faster than I thought. Like watching him closer this year, I'm like, this dude is a freaking athlete. He just moves. He's shifty for his size.
His thing is basketball. This is he's not as athletic as he's perceived to be.
It don't look like it.
Because, what, like, I'm the same way. Like, when I got to college, I lost a little bit of athleticism because I gained weight. But you learn how to work the angles and, you know what I mean? The step. Yeah. It's like, mental. He's super savvy. And I'm going to tell you this. Any guy that you ever see go play international ball in the summer, American, European, Canadian, whatever it may be, I don't care what it is. If they go play on their national team, anybody at any level of the national team, they never come back and have a okay year. They always have a better year. Always. KD came into his own. The year they went to, was it Turkey? And it was the Yeah, it wasn't Olympics, but the game before the Olympics when they playing for the place in it was FIBA for the FIBA American Games, and he dominated.
For real.
The next year when KD came back to the league, it was over.
Wow.
Is that
You know
because
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
fundamentals that you?
I just think,
Pick
man,
up.
it gives you another sense of confidence when you playing against older guys that are professional.
But you say they
know
bully
what I'm
you
saying?
over
Well,
there
yeah,
too.
it's super physical.
It's
Yeah.
super physical. You know what I'm saying? And you come back with that same mind frame and you dominate them. You like, I'm the best in the world. You playing against the world. You know what I'm saying? So for a college student to be able to go do that and play with this national team, it's different. Because them dudes coming from all over Europe, just getting big money, you know, playing on that national team. And even if you don't start or anything, which he got good minutes,
Yeah.
it's different. Kennedy went to go play with the USA junior team. Came back and had it, like, it's just what it is.
Wow.
It always
Yeah.
helps.
And you started to see that. You started to even see it in the NBA. You'd see Luis Scola
Yep.
or Steven Adams
Yep.
or somebody like that. The physicality
Different.
and footwork that they
Yeah.
were playing with.
Yeah.
It's just you don't see that
And
in
it
college
makes
basketball.
to your point, Jay, it makes you tune into over there. They just now changed the rule where you can get the ball and go. If my left is my pivot, you go. You can swing out with your right.
Yeah.
You used to have to cross over with your leg. So if my left is my pivot, I had to cross over with my right.
What?
If I'm catching the ball on a fast break, like over here, we pitch the ball ahead up the sideline. You can catch the ball and then take a step and take off.
Yeah.
Overseas, you had in FIBA games, you have to catch the ball and you better pat it down.
Oh.
Because if
to
you
get
catch
that dribble.
it and you take a step, that's a walk.
Oh, wow.
Like
You know
so
what's something
hey,
else
man,
you told me
it's
about
some of the
walking
rules,
to
man.
or traveling? In women's basketball, they get an extra
They
step.
get the extra step. Yep, after the
Where?
pivot.
Where is it at?
After they stop and come to a dead standstill, they get to take an extra 1, 2 instead of pivoting. If I do it up and under, I got to reach and go.
Yeah.
And step and jump off both feet at the same time. They get to take the step. If my left is my pivot, take a step with your right and then step off with your left. Your pivot gets to leave the ground.
Oh, wow.
You never.
Well, that's a travel
the men's
with us.
game. Yeah. If that pivot comes off the ground, that's a walk.
Wow. I had no idea. Just CG.
Women always getting extra, man.
Nope. Just trying to get CG a scholarship.
I got in there yesterday when I ain't even gonna, you know what I mean?
You did.
Mo,
I
you're
ain't gonna
trying
bring
to
it to
will
y'all.
this into existence.
I am. I'm trying to get
Said
this
it
dog a
yesterday. Said
scholarship.
every time you watch basketball, now you just think of my daughter.
She
I
better.
do.
She better get out there.
I do.
Come
Legitimately. Your
on,
wife
still
is
win.
what? Is she 6 foot? Abby 5'11" at least.
She's like 5'10".
That's up there.
And Jason is 6'2", 6'3". Savage. What that child gonna be? 5'10", 5'11"?
Easy.
What does a
Easy.
5'11" kid get these
She's
days?
already
Come
in
on,
the
man.
90th percentile in height.
That's 250,000, man. School right there. Don't even worry about the rest.
He don't want to go in them
everything.
gyms,
Come
and
on,
I
man.
feel him.
But you got to.
He want to.
It's a whole pay that grind now, so you ain't got to pay it later. Telling you.
Stop trying to.
Dribble.
And she ain't even got to be cold blooded.
No, I was watching
she
South
will
Carolina
be
girls.
cold-blooded.
She gonna be cold.
She will be cold-blooded. That much I can guarantee. She will be amphibious. If I'm reptile, she'll be amphibious.
I like it.
I'm watching South Carolina girls, #1 team in the country.
Serious.
They had a tall girl on that team. Ron.
Boston, a monster.
It was another one. She was a
Oh, yeah.
backup, and I was just like, she couldn't grab a rebound.
Yeah.
She missed a close layup.
But you got to have her.
Full scholarship.
Gotta have her. Gotta have her.
Stanford give out scholarships too.
Gotta fill off that roster. Gotta fill your roster out. That don't mean
But she could
you don't
block
need
though.
Yeah, you don't need more than 7 or 8 to play in any
A
level.
little bit of Super Bowl commercial stuff to finish this up when we come back.
Man, I know
maybe,
who my boys is. Ain't nobody talked about them yet either. I'm gonna talk about them today, all day, along with Kentucky.
What are you talking about right now?
You just said Super Bowl commercial, and I got a commercial.
Commercials
nobody,
as well
Nobody
as-
has said anything about it.
As well, just ones that I liked haven't been mentioned either. So I wonder if we have the same thought
I
because
hope
we
so.
had the same thought on NFL Blitz. Because I thought
hope
that
so,
was
yeah.
Blitz or NFL Street the second I saw that ad.
I hope so.
Second I saw that ad. Also, maybe we'll rank the halftime performers in order of appearance. We'll come back. It's Jay Martin on 104.5 The Zone.